Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to 100K Side Hustle. I am CR Caldwell, and in this episode, we're going to talk about how I have almost got to $500,000 US in revenue on merch by Amazon. It's just selling t-shirts, and we're going to talk about one of the ways, the surprising ways that I got there that most people don't take advantage of or have never thought of. So this one niche that I'm going to talk about brought in over 3,000 units, over 3,000 t-shirts sold, and it was mostly no advertising and very little, or mostly not organic related. So I didn't go to a local business and pitch it, but it's a little bit similar to that. Some of you will be familiar with local merch, where you offer to like source merch or shirts or do the designs for a local company or something like that. So for me, I've been involved in politics for 25 years, or I've been involved in a lot of campaigns over the years. And although I'm not right now, I'm very familiar with that sort of stuff. And I've been reading political blogs every day for over 20 years. Some of that stuff is very granular and detailed, and I have an understanding of some of the inner workings very well. Not necessarily on the national level, although some of that could apply to you. We're talking more like nitty gritty stuff, state level, city level, kind of small, medium sized races especially, and especially for lower profile candidates. So not like superstar globally known candidates, but people who are maybe going to lose, but maybe have some money to spend. Okay. And maybe have never run before. That's kind of the perfect mix right there. So they don't have an infrastructure, they don't have an operation set up. And because, I read every day about these things, I know exactly when they're going to run. I already know who they are. I know when they've got their feelers in and they've been asking about it in advance. So I'm prepared for the announcement that they're going to run as an underdog in, say, a congressional or a mayoral race. And I have designs that I can present on spec with a phone call. And remember, this is not to a business. It's not a big, crazy sales call that you're going to do. It's just calling a political campaign, which is, in my opinion, for me, the least intimidating thing, because they're always desperate for volunteers. So, accessing the candidate or the campaign manager is generally quite easy. And talking to them about this can be quite easy as well. So let's talk some specifics about this. So if you call a candidate and offer to quote unquote volunteer, you're not really volunteering. It's a quid pro quo. And the ideal candidate, it could be anyone, but like someone who's medium level and is going to get some, hundreds of thousands, a few $1,000,000, like a lot of money they're going to have to spend, but not necessarily some of these like massive races. And they're not just some token candidate who's like just filling out the paperwork for whatever small time party they're in, right? Like they're actually going to be desperate to win, even though they may not. My candidate didn't actually win. And I didn't expect them to win, but I just wanted to get kind of business out of it and to offer them a legitimate service to give them more visibility. That's obviously what they're getting out of it, not what I'm primarily driving towards. I'm looking at selling shirts. So I offer to list these designs that I've shown them, and sometimes they'll want modifications or they'll have branding in mind that you can very easily add or adjust on shirts. But in my experience, when you make something good on spec for them and show it to them, you'll be surprised how often they like some of those designs too. Not always, but sometimes. If you really know kind of what you're doing and the image is aligned or somehow like doesn't clash with what the campaign's already planning to do. If they have any plans for that sort of thing, they may not even have a logo or like any slogan or anything like that if you're getting it on launch day or around that, like when they're announcing their candidacy. So you can give them a trusted presence on Amazon with Prime shipping. That's right there is a good selling point. You can offer to do the artwork at no extra cost. So basically, you'll list it for them. You'll take a small profit, but very little in the beginning. So you'll list it, maybe just like $1 profit per shirt or something very small for the first week. Let the campaign fill up on shirts themselves. Let them splurge and buy a big chunk right away. This will give you huge velocity on this ASIN. and then tell them that, this is a short time, so you guys can fill up on it, and then it's going to increase later on because, you got to pay your bills too. And it's like, it is quid pro quo. You're not doing it for free. And offer to do customization, variations, private links if they've got some still secret event that it's going to be announced later, but they want private link to order this stuff and not public. That's common too. You can do that, no problem, and you can offer that to them, and it's no extra work for you. All of these things you can offer for free, and it's really easy for you to do if you are, you have a template or you've got some Photoshop skills or whatever. Your designer can make modifications to something. Also, you can design other types of products for them, or artwork for other products like mugs and hoodies or flags or whatever. So the sky's really the limit there. We're talking about Amazon and a specific example that helped propel me and tear me up at the time quite a lot. I'm 100K now, but at the time I was quite a bit lower. And this is one of the things that helped me. And just because I had volunteered many times for campaigns, so contacting a campaign was very easy for me, and it wasn't like an intimidating sales call, even though ultimately it kind of was. So for you, it may be just some industry or some kind of field that you're familiar with and that you can pitch, and it might be a small thing. It might not be a huge thing like selling thousands of shirts. Maybe it's only 50 or 100 or some, something where you can get authorization to sell something and like from the organization or the party or something like that. Whatever it is. It's just an idea of how to think outside of the box using the knowledge that you already have, and without having to go like full salesperson with local merch style business and knocking on doors. That's all I've got for you guys today. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. I need your help. This is a new channel. I've got lots more content about my first 100 videos kind of planned out. And let me know what your questions are. I can answer anything. If you have questions about political things, especially not national stuff, but like down to the nitty gritty, I can help you out with that. If you have any particular questions about how that type of thing might work, or anything in particular, just let me know and I'll do my best. Thanks for watching and take care.